Hey, Todd here, Sun Valley Customs. Welcome back if you're back. Welcome if you're not. This video, we're back, hopefully for the final time on the 79 K20 Squarebody. If you're new to the channel, I picked this up off a property after it had been sitting for 29, 30-ish years. We've done a lot to this thing. The motor was seized up. We've gotten it running. We've thrown some go fast parts on it, I guess you'd call it. Intake, valve covers, headers, carburetor. We got a whole new fuel system, new tank, new fuel pump. We had to put a heater core in this thing. We had to put a radiator in this thing, all brand new brakes. We've done a lot, and we're just gonna keep going. So the plan was to try to get this thing running for as cheap as possible. That didn't happen. 95% of the parts I bought I did not need. What was on it was fine, but it's got to look cool, all right? And it's got to sound cool. So today, the main focus on this is going to be 3-inch glass packs, okay? Dual 3-inch glass packs. But I have a few miscellaneous parts. I also ordered a rear taillight harness because the taillights are missing, and whoever took the taillights cut all the wiring. So instead of just buying sockets for all the taillights, I think you need 6 of them, and at 10 bucks a pop, 60 bucks, I bought a whole harness. I think it's just going to be easier that way. I got brand new taillights also, hopefully will get thrown in. I got a trailer brake, trailer harness, whatever, because I want this thing to be a tow pig, all right? I want to haul some stuff with it. And I also got new headlights and an air filter, whatever. So today I have nothing but headlights. So we're going to start on that. I'm going to try to start a video without getting dirty and rolling around on the ground all day long. So I'll show you what I got for headlights, and we'll start there. So one of my biggest pet peeves about vehicles are the headlights. You got to have a good set of headlights. So these came with 7-inch sealed beam halogen lights, and they are terrible. We're going to update these to LED headlights. Now, I've actually already done that side. See? You can't even tell, can you? That's the point. I want it to look stock, and then when the lights come on, you look like you're going home, if you know what I'm saying. So what I did was I ordered a set of glass housings, 7-inch housings. So these allow you to put a newer, updated H4 headlight in here. Now you can get just regular halogen lights that are more modern, or like I'm going to do, I'm going to use LEDs. Now I got this kit off Amazon, costs like 50 bucks, cheap. It did not come with headlights, or the bulbs I should say. Luckily I've bought about 64, 63 different sets of LED headlights in my day, so I had a handful of extras. Now this also came with these plugs. Now I'm kind of confused on how this plug is supposed to work, because this is an H4 style, and this is kind of like the original OEM plug, except for this is a female. It must be to go from H4 to this, or like the old halogen style. I'm kind of confused on that, but we're not going to need that. And then it also came with these boots that are supposed to go on here around this part here to seal this up. Not using them. So, like I said, I've already done this side. I'm going to show you what they look like real quick, seeing as you're standing there. So, keep your eyes peeled. Actually, you might want to put sunglasses on. Can you see? Can you see? I don't know if that's high or low. That'd be high. That's low. High, low, high, low. So that's the look we're going for. I think updated lights in old vehicles like this make them look freaking awesome. So I got that side done. We're going to tear into this side, show you how to do it, show you what you need to do, and get this done tonight. I don't have you in a very good spot because it's kind of tight in this corner, but this trim bezel has 5 bolts, 4 around the headlight and 1 down here. Don't forget this one. And then this comes right off of here. Now this is hardcore cast. I don't know. It's like cast something. You could knock somebody out with this if you wanted. So we're just going to set that to the side. Now there are 3 screws that hold this chrome ring on, that hold the headlight in. So we're going to pop those out quick. Can you even see? It looks a little dark on that camera. But, okay. Now there's adjusters on here too. There's an adjuster on the top and one on the outside. Don't touch those unless you need to. So I'm going to actually unplug this from behind here quick. Pop these 3 screws out and the whole headlight should come right out of here, if you don't twist the screw off. And that just comes all right out of there, just like that. Don't lose your screw. So this, we don't need this anymore. Just kidding, it's glass. I only throw metal parts. Sorry, I had to shed some light on the whole situation here so you could see what I'm doing. So after doing that side, this chrome ring didn't hold the headlight tight to this housing in here. There's 3 tabs, if you can see this, 3 tabs like this that sit in a little indent on the housing. Now, when I put the other side together, that ring didn't hold the headlight tight enough to there, so it was loose and jiggled around. So what I'm going to do is take some of this weather stripping that's for doing windows and doors and stuff, and I'm going to cut a little chunk off and put it on each of these tabs. So I'm going to do that quick and then I'll show you when I'm done with that. Okay, I got 3 little chunks of weather stripping on there. Now I actually just saw in a video about a month ago on Puddin's Fab Shop. He did a Toyota Stout, which is freaking cool. If you haven't seen it, look up Puddin's Fab Shop and watch the Stout videos. But he just put a set of these in his truck and they look freaking sweet. Now, just a little disclosure, I did not get this idea from him. I did this years and years ago on my C10. So just putting it out there, he took it from me. Just saying. Anyway, so I'm going to put this ring on here now. The H4 is whatever, goes so you can read it. And this ring, you got to have this ring in a certain orientation to line up with the holes in here. But this should just slop right in here. Right like so. Try not to lose my pieces there. I'm just kidding to him with the whole pudding thing. Just in case anybody gets a little butthurt about that. Okay, tight. So that's nice and solid in there now. Perfect. So I could go ahead and put the bezel on here, but I'm actually going to put the headlight in. And I don't know how I'm going to show you this because it is not in a good spot behind the battery. But how you're supposed to put these in is you take this piece off, at least for an LED, because the 2 clips that come around this don't fit very well with this big fan on here. So you're supposed to put this in first and then put your put this in first, put the tabs up, then put your headlight in and whatever. Fortunately, these are cheap pieces of crap. So I am actually going to put this all together first and then stick it in because they like to just spin. Get it? This doesn't like to sit in this housing very well. So I'm going to finagle this all in there. And I don't even know which way this is supposed to go. Yeah, this way. Sorry about my microphone. I might hit it 17 times against this fender. Okay. So that's in there. Plug this in. Okay. Make sure that they work before we button up all this stuff. Which I guess if the headlight doesn't work, I can just pull the bulb out. Does it work? I can't see it. That's nice. What's going on here? Oh, there she goes. I must have a bad connection. Oh. There we go. No, there we don't. I got a bad ground, or what the deal here? Wonder what that's for. All right, I had to pull each terminal out of the plug, clean them up. We're good to go now. Solid. Okay, awesome. Put this bezel back on and call it complete. All right, I got it all together. What do you think? Huh? Pretty snazzy, huh? Rights, lows, rights, lows. Like I said, that nice, crisp, clean white light makes these trucks, or any classic vehicle, any vehicle, look great. So that's it for the night. When I get more parts in, we'll do more wiring probably, and then get that exhaust done. See you in a bit. Yo, new day. Taylor and Troy are here. So today is exhaust day. Actually, yesterday Taylor came over and we knocked out the driver's side because that was a bit of a pain in the ass to get around and up and over the transfer case, which I'll show you that once I crawl under there. But Travis is coming over soon, and I should have already iterated on this because I plan on cutting some other video before this, but regardless, I want to give this thing to him today, so I'd like to try to get this thing like moving. So we're going to try to knock out the exhaust quick, probably bleed the rear brakes quick again, just to try see if it helps, and then throw the wheels on it, so hopefully maybe he can drive it while he's here. So we're gonna probably time lapse this quick and get this all wrapped up. So on this side, this would be the passenger side. From the transfer case back is pretty easy because it's just a straight shot. I got the old signature little 90-degree kick out there, which should hopefully pound the ground a little bit. Obviously 3-inch glass packs, 3-inch all the way back with glass packs. Now going around this transfer case is a bit of a pain in the ass because it's so tight. You got to go up between the frame rail and the transfer case, but you want to stay away from all the fuel lines that are in the frame rail, and obviously you don't want to be against the transfer case. Also on the front side, there is a bracket that goes from the transfer case to the transmission. So looking at it from the front side, this bracket here goes all the way up and connects to where like the bell housing is, but you got to sneak this pipe between that and the drive shaft. So it's took a little bit of work, but we found some scrap pieces from Taylor's Chevelle when it had the big block in it, and was able to finagle that up in there. So Taylor did all these welds. You know, normally I wouldn't say anything, but I didn't do them, so they look like shit. But it's Travis's truck, so nobody cares, and neither will he. So that's that. We're gonna knock out the passenger side real quick. Should be a lot easier because from the header back, it's just a big hole, and it should just go straight back. We're actually gonna hang that muffler back there first, and then work our way back because I'm afraid that the height of this is not higher than this. So hopefully the pipe will kind of come down at an angle, more or less, to line up. But at least it's just a straight shot and we don't have to do any of this funky bends and go around and whatnot. So we're gonna time lapse this, just knock this out quick, and then move on to some other things. All right, we got exhaust. Glass packs, true dual, 3-inch all the way back. This side was really easy. We cleared this by a hair. You might get a little ting-ting there, but it'll be fine. So, we are gonna fire this thing up and take her for a little cruise and see how it does. Wrap her a little. This motor is smooth. Oh yeah, I added air cleaner. Super quiet. All right, I'm gonna hop in this thing. We're gonna take her for a drive. Ugh. Oh, you might want to check the, I don't know what this, what we're in. I think it should be high.
Maybe we'll find out. Oh, hold on. Put her in neutral. There's neutral. Oh, the back's high lock.
I don't think we want high lock. We want high.
Try that. What's that? That's high.
I don't know.
Try that then.
Oh, this window is terrible. Can't see nothing.
Probably pushing your back all now.
What's that?
Alright.
Don't hit that Tesla.
I can't see shit out of this thing.
How do the brakes feel?
A little squishy, but they'll come around.
Yeah.
I think they're supposed to be like that. Oh,
Where are we going?
get a little mud on the tires. A lot of mud by the looks.
No brake lights, no registration, no insurance, not a thing. I think the tire's got a flat spot. Like really bad. Pretty loud. I don't know if it's just a hole in the floor. Turn the heat on. I think the tires are flat spotted really bad.
Smell.
Oh, something underneath here. Wow, these tires are bad.
Turn it down a bit.
You think we're in high?
We weren't going very fast for third gear. Yep. 4 walk, 4 high. Something smells. Smell that? It's like rubber.
What does gauge say for the heat? Does the temperature come up at all?
If it did, it's still on cold.
Oh, might be. smell at all, right? Ah, take the ditch. That's a mud rig. Oh. Oh, it must be a little soupy here. Oh yeah, it's pretty wet right here. Well, the test drive didn't necessarily go as planned. These tires are so out of round that it was like riding a horse. We also have, I don't know, it looks like there's an oil leak or something coming from like the front timing cover, but can't really tell where it's coming from, so I'm not really sure. This doesn't have a breather anywhere, so I'm wondering if maybe we got enough crankcase pressure to maybe blow out a seal. I'm not really sure. But I know exactly how I'm going to fix that, and that's do nothing. So yeah, we're going to move on to taillights, do some wiring, and kind of go from there. So I just took the oil cover thingamajigger off of there, and it did kind of pop a little bit, so I'm guessing we got too much crankcase pressure, and it I don't know, popped the seal in the front down there. So yeah, Trav says what'd you say? Should pull it off and put a Pete Jackson gear whatever thing in it.
Pete Jackson gear drive.
So how we're gonna fix this is that's how.
Well, I can't take this truck. Can't take your first square body.
That's too bad. So from the day we went and picked this truck up, this has been your truck the whole time.
I don't care how bad of an angle you thought that collector was. It got done.
So from day one, I asked him, I said, hey, you want to go help me get these vehicles? You help me cut these out of the trees and I'll give you one. Well, I had plans on giving this to you the whole time. So,
Can't take your first square body.
I don't want this one. This one's got too many problems.
Yeah, what happened to your first square body? It's gone, right? No, it's gone.
So, he's had probably, I don't know, how many square bodies have you had?
4.
4. And the last one? The last one was on,
50, no, they were 63-inch R2 racing cane tractor tires.
yeah, like
5 tons,
mutter style.
5-ton Rockwells.
He was gonna keep it and then that happened.
Yeah, I was gonna keep it and then it started leaking oil, so, oh yeah, by the way, you got some panels you gotta put in too, by the way, because if you think I'm putting in body panels, I learned my lesson with the tracker. There is gonna be absolutely no body work ever being done in this garage ever again, by me anyways, that's for damn sure. So that's how that's gonna work out. So, I need this out of my garage by the end of the weekend, because I got some flooring to put in. So yeah, that's how that works.
Oh, looks,
Go park it out in the yard.
looks like I'm doing flooring.
So, and your wife knows about this too.
Oh,
I asked her if you've been talking about it at all, and she's like, yeah, he's been looking at them like nonstop. I'm like, all right, well, don't let him buy one because he's got one already. Probably should let you buy one.
He's gonna go home, you lying bitch.
I figured she would have told you, but that's how that works. That's how you fix your vehicles. Just once they have problems, give them to Travis. We've gotten rid of 3 of them already that way. Yep.
well, thank you.
Yo, new day once again. Yesterday, I didn't do much recording because I had a house full of people. My wife had people over, Travis, Troy, Taylor were here, that kind of thing. My house is kind of the place where everybody congregates to on the weekend, which is great, but recording, it's hard to do. And if I have to be completely honest, recording the YouTube videos now kind of took the fun out of hanging out with everybody and working on stuff in the garage, because now I'm trying to record a video and at the same time we're all trying to have fun, so we have personal conversations going on and I got to be like, hey, everybody be quiet or do this, do that. kind of just kills the vibe, if I have to be honest. But that's my problem, nobody else's. Anyway, so as you saw, if I could talk, as you saw, I gave this old shitbox Squarebody to Travis. Reason being, he's just a good dude. Since day one, with this truck, I knew it was going to be his. Anything I did to this truck was stuff that he wanted to do, or would have wanted to do, more or less. From the day I got this, I asked him, should I put an LS in it? No, leave it a small block. Get small block, put some old school Mickey Thompson valve covers on it, which is what I did, and just run her because small blocks are cool. So that's what I did. I actually was like one click away from buying a throttle body EFI kit for this, and talking to him, he's like, no, don't do it. If you're gonna go fuel injection, just throw an LS in it, because throttle body is kind of half-ass in between, and you don't get all the benefits, I feel, from a throttle body setup to just putting an LS in it. And for the $600 for the Aces EFI, you can put a small block or a LS in this thing for not much more money if you don't do nothing to it and just throw it in and wire it up. So that's why it stayed the way it did. 3-inch glass packs. It doesn't matter what vehicle, four-wheeler, electric kid's bike, Tesla, vacuum cleaner, it doesn't matter what you have. Travis says 3-inch and glass packs. That's it. So that's what he got. And he asked me, did you put them on the right way or backwards? I said, the right way. That was wrong. You got to put them on backwards. So then it's just a straight pipe. I personally would never run these mufflers on anything I own without at least a catalytic converter or something, because these things are so loud. It's not for me. Let's put it that way. I like a good tone, noisy exhaust, but nothing like this. This thing's too loud. But people at work and whatever, friends, family, are like, you're going to put all this money and work into a Squarebody or any vehicle and then just give it away. Yeah, I am. Travis has been a great friend of mine. Anytime I need something, he drops everything he's doing, comes and helps me. I traveled for 7 years. I was gone 80% of the time. If I ever needed something, I call him. He dropped everything he's going to do, or anything he had to do, and helped me. And I can't say enough about that. Like, I appreciate that very, very, very much. He's always been there for me. He gave me a place to live when I was going to college, in between a couple relationships here and there, maybe. I was homeless for a day when I broke up with one girlfriend, living out of my Blazer for a whole 2 hours, something like that. And then I moved in with Travis again. My bedroom was all still there, so all I had to do was move right back in. That was great. I think the time, like, Taylor lived with him for a while, Troy lived with them, my buddy Tyler lived with them, my buddy Andrew lived with them. I think from the time he bought his first house to the time he sold his first house, he lived in it by himself for a month. Yeah, wild. So that's kind of why. I mean, he's just been a great dude, doesn't bitch, doesn't complain. He's got 2 beautiful daughters. He's got a wife. His wife drives brand new vehicles. He drives shit boxes, which he does that by choice. I don't know why, but he likes driving the shittiest vehicle you can find on the road, and he just gets a kick out of driving them. I don't know why. So this fits right in. So, yeah, I don't get it, but it is what it is. And he's a cheap ass. He don't take nothing, even if it's free. So I was really surprised on his reaction when I gave it to him, because I figured for sure, well, off camera he did argue with me a little bit, but on camera he didn't say too much, which I was surprised. I figured I was going to have to hold a gun to his head and make him take it. But yeah, that's kind of it. Like that summarizes it up, if I could speak. He's just a great dude, great friend of mine. I'm not going to drive this thing. I got my C10, I got my Camaro. When I walk out the front door, I'm not going to pick this over one of them. It's just the way it is. So that's kind of just, like I said, summarizes it up. It's just, He's a great friend of mine. He's had 4 of these trucks, I think, 4 or 5 of these trucks. Ruined one of them for sure. Putting it like, he had a beautiful, I think it was a 78 or 79 Squarebody, beautiful truck, and it was a victim to a mud truck. Everything got ripped out of it, and he put it on big ass tractor tires, and then eventually just sold it. That Javelin was a decent Javelin. He ruined that by, I'm gonna say it, he ruined it by putting that on a Blazer frame and jacking that thing up, turning it into a mud truck also. So hopefully, actually, you know what? I really don't care what happens to this. And I bought body panels for this. I bought cab corners, rocker panels. I think there's some like body mount brackets and all that garbage. I'm not putting that shit in. He can do that on its own time, or maybe he won't. I told him, me personally, this thing is rotted out pretty bad. You need to get doors, you need rocker panels, you need cab corners, you need inner rockers, it needs floors. The fenders are junk. The hood we had to fix up yesterday, which I can show you that. The box is garbage. Like, in my personal opinion, this is not worth putting any body panels on, put it that way. I would just run it like it is until it falls apart. But he claims he doesn't feel that way, whatever. So that's why I bought all the body panels, so he can put those on if he wants to, or run it like it is. I would personally just run it like it is because I hate doing body work. But that's that. So enough of the mushy garbage talk. Today we're gonna throw some taillights in this bad boy. I bought a harness. Actually, you know what? Let me just show you what I got here. So when we picked up this truck, it was missing the taillights and the harness was cut, just like that. So that end should look like that end, but it doesn't. And I also don't know what all this extra wiring is. So I bought a brand new harness, which I thought initially, hi Odin, I thought initially was a ripoff, because this cost me like 80 to 90 bucks. But by the time you buy all these sockets, which are about $10 a piece, you're in 60 bucks. And then you got to deal with the wiring. And that wiring has been cut for who knows how long. So it's probably all corroded. And to fight with that, it's just not worth it. So of course I had to buy new taillights. Now these are just cheap eBay taillights. Although I did screw up. I found one set that came with the housing and the taillight for, I don't remember how much it was. But I ended up finding another set that was cheaper. So I ordered that set. They came and they didn't have the housing. So then I had to buy the housing also. So I ended up spending twice as much money than the one set that was a little bit more expensive. So be smart. Read the ads. Don't just be like me. And yeah. So the plan is get this harness stuffed up in there. And then we're going to cut that plug off, which is the main plug, and solder and heat shrink and all that garbage onto there. And then we should hopefully have working taillights. I did buy brand new bulbs, so I have all those. They almost got burned yesterday when Troy was cleaning the garage. Luckily he went through all my boxes and found them. So yeah, I'm gonna lay underneath this bad boy for a while and get this all ran in. Go from there. Alright, before I get underneath there and start cutting wires and soldering wires and whatnot, I'm going to put these housings in. I did that side already. As you can see, the tailgate's missing because I wanted to see if I could get it open. I got it open, and then the whole thing fell apart and knocked all my screws on the floor and whatever. So before I try to get that put back on, I'd like to sweep out this bed. And then we'll try to put that on. We'll probably end up just throwing it in the box because that one bottom piece rotted out and fell off. Anyway, there's supposed to be 4 screws that hold this housing on. They have these little, I don't know what these are called, these little nut slidey thingamajigers, and this one only has 2 because well, look at it. This is bent, so that's got to get bent back. We'll just adjust that a little bit. Like that. These screws are not the right screws, but they work. Somebody said the other day, I don't remember if it was Travis or Taylor or who it was, if it threads in, it's the right bolt. And I think that's kind of how bolts work. Anyway, I'm going to put these all in here. This one's kind of a bugger. Stand on this side. It's kind of nice with these is once you put these plugs in, they just stay in. They never come out. It's more simple than like new vehicles where you got to take everything apart. There we go. And this one. This one kind of fought me a little bit on the other side. Okay, I'm going to put the bulbs in right away. When I put one of these bulbs in, the socket twisted on that side. Oh, that one went beautifully. .1157's got a certain direction they have to go in. That's the wrong way. There it went. That one probably broke. There we go. Okay, now this should just go right in here. I don't know how well this is going to work with only 2 screws, but we're going to give her a shot. It's not going to work at all. Looks like it's crooked. I don't know. Housing, or lens, I should say. This just goes on here. I thought I put it on upside down. Yeah, this side's going to be wonky, but it'll be all right. That one might be stripped out. Okay, good enough. A little wonky because it's only got 2 screws holding it in, but if Trav wants to fix it later, he can fix it. So now we got to crawl underneath this thing, get our grounds grounded, and then wire in this plug that I already cut off, and then we should be good to go. All right, I got this all wired up, tucked away, got my plug all wired in, grounds ran. I could put one there because it was easy, and it goes to the frame. There's another ground over there for the right side, and a ground over here for the left side. So that is all buttoned up. Went pretty well, looks decent, everything's soldered and heat shrinked. Yeah, so let's give her a shot and see what we get. All right, let's see if we get lights. You can only see the right side because you're not back far enough, so I'll tell you if this one's working. I won't lie to you. Just lights. This one's on. Is that one on? Yep. All right. Okay, good. Beautiful. Let's do flashers. See if flashers work. This one's flashing. That one's flashing. That's good. So that should mean we have blinkers. Right side? Is it blinking or not? Oh, come look. No, it's not blinking. Why not? Left side? No, why not? Huh. Oh, gotta have the key on? This one's blinking. That one's blinking, that's good. Brake lights. I can see this one lit up. And let's try reverse. Oh, I can see the light. Yep. Yep. All right, good. All of our lights work. Oh, license plate lights don't work. I tried to replace those bulbs, but I couldn't get the socket out, so you don't want the police to see your license plate anyway at night. So that should be good. Awesome. I'll probably take her out of gear here. Perfect. Great. Fantastic. All right. I would like to take this out and sweep the bed out and stuff, but honestly, I am not feeling very good. I don't know why. At one point, I thought I was going to puke my guts out because my stomach started twisting and turning. So I think I'm actually just going to go in the house and lay down and relax the rest of the day, even though I'd like to get this video done. But like I said, I'm not feeling good. So I'm going to go just relax probably the rest of the day. Maybe I'll come back out later. I doubt it. I need a nap or something because something's not right. Well, hello there. Yeah. Feeling a little better today. Kind of get this bad boy cleaned out a little bit. Neighbors are showing their house, they're selling it, so I'm out here just beating the hell out of this thing. Howdy, neighbors. Good luck selling that thing. "65 degrees out today. Tomorrow, probably a foot of snow. There were a lot of tree roots in here before. Had a good root system going, and I ruined it. There's 4 big bolts in here. I think it's for a 5th wheel plate or something. If I would have known that when I picked this up, I would have looked for it. There's going to be a tow rig. There, that's better. Not as bad as I was expecting. But definitely some holes. Well, it is what it is. Okay, try to get back up to the house without getting stuck now. Neighbors are over there showing the house, so I better sneak out of here quietly, you know what I'm saying? Sorry about that. Well, we made her. You know that big hole in the floor? Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that for mudding. And let me look inside this thing once I walk up here. Got the old mud dogs. But that, yeah. Not great for mudding. Well, I guess let's give this thing one last little walk around here. Show you some of the stuff I didn't show you, I guess. We did a lot of work to this truck. I think it was worth it as far as who it's going to and what will be done with it in the future. I guarantee you after a month of Travis having this, it'll be on like a 6-inch lift with 37s or something like that. New tail lips, new exhaust, new brakes, new a lot. Interior, we cleaned this up quite a bit. Power washed everything. I got new floors for it. Travis will or won't put them on. I don't know. It's up to him. Don't really care. This is where majority of the work came in. New intake, headers, carburetor, belts. Got rid of the smog crap. New fuel pump. New heater core. New radiator. Yeah, I don't know if I showed you the air cleaner. This was actually chrome. I took it to work, blasted it, and painted it black. Looks pretty damn good. Hood. So this was all rotted out. We had to cut all this out. We cut this piece off and then welded a plate on here because that was just all rotted out. Honestly, I never even looked at the hood. Oh, we got the new Hood Saver 17,000s. Vice Grip Garage style. These ones aren't out yet. Those ones are welded in. His are bolt in. I guess you could weld his in too. Pretty nice. Oh, check this out. Make sure when you shut these hoods, you push them back. Don't crease them over. Shuts beautifully. Check this out. Just went for a day of mudding. Can't see out the window. Well, just use the washer fluid. Look at that. Yeah, new wipers. It is just showering me right now. And, ugh. That's right. New switch, new heater switch. This thing's good to go. So that's it. Like I said, Trav will probably have this thing lifted up in a month. I told him what I would do with it. Beat the living hell out of it. Pull the motor up, bring it back, and we'll put an LS in it. Yeah. I did order new these things, whatever these are called. Tailgate deals, but I don't know if you're going to be able to get them out of there without stripping the bolts out. But those are on the way. They're like 25 bucks a set. Not a bad project at all. That was fun, especially for who it was for. Great. So let's crunch some numbers, see what we got into this thing. It's going to be more than I expected, but that doesn't matter. So let's go crunch some numbers. Why didn't you tell me I had mud on my face? Look like someone blackened my eye. Ain't nobody gonna blacken my eye. Anyway, I did some number crunching, and this is what I figured out. I don't know. I honestly did sit down and tried to go through receipts and like categorize them by what was needed and what wasn't needed. But at the end of the day, I don't know how much I spent. I don't care to know how much I spent. And at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter because who it's for, every penny spent was well spent. I really don't care. So that's that. If you really want to know, I don't know, got like 150 bucks in a radiator, probably 50 bucks in radiator hoses, 50 bucks in a heater core, probably $100 in switches, probably 400-ish in brakes, 150 in a radiator. I mean, $1,000 call it. I don't know. Don't care, like I said. So that's that. That'll be the end of the Squarebody unless Travis blows it up, brings it back for an LS, which will probably be next video. No, just kidding. But that's the end of the Squarebody. I'm actually probably going to disappear for a while off the YouTube because I got about 2,000 square foot of flooring I need to put down before my wife divorces me, because I kind of need her help with that, you know. Prioritize things here. And even when we do come back to the old YouTube, I think I'm going to switch up the videos a little bit because I'm honestly not having that much fun doing them. Just trying to pump videos out, spend a bunch of money, get a bunch of parts here, hurry up, try to do a video, push a video out, and it's been whatever. Doesn't matter. It's my problem, not yours, but the videos are probably going to change a little bit. So if you are coming back and watching the videos, I appreciate it. And please subscribe if you're coming back and watching the videos. I think I need like 25, 30 more subscribers. So if I can get to like 500 subscribers, I think I can get monetized, and that would be great. So yeah, that's all I got from you. So I don't know. I'll catch you on the next one, whenever that is.